Welcome to the Urbane Legend Christmas mini-series. Happy holidays. I'm driving away from my home this Christmas, 'cause I can no longer stand to see your faces. Yes, I'm driving away from my home this Christmas, and I've been using a fake identity so you won't find me. Well, I'm pretty sure the kids ain't mine, and I've given this all my time, but I'm driving away from my home tonight. Oh yeah. Hello and welcome to today's episode of Urbane Legend, our very special Christmas mini-series where my co-conspirator Neil Herbert likes to and is going to try and just pull apart some of your Christmas dreams. Is that right, Neil?
It's sort of that. It's a mixture of that and just other offcuts that I've found that are just looking around into a vaguely Christmas sausage flavoured thing.
Yeah, with the Christmas sausage.
If I could spoil Christmas for the listeners as well, that's
so.
good.
Would that be a turkey sausage?
That's what I imagine it would be.
Wrapped in bacon.
Yeah, I'd
dipped in Stilton. Oh, I can feel my arteries clogging up.
I'm trying to think. There's presumably a bit of cranberry in there as well. Maybe some stuffing.
Yeah. Some dried fruit.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a great
bit of mincemeat.
It's a crazy sausage. Yeah. It's all soaked in delicious brandy. So yes, this series we're just having a look through different aspects of Christmas. For those of you who are joining in today, we are currently hovering over the Mid-Atlantic on Neil's very good friend, my acquaintance, DJ Khaled's dirigible, which he uses when he wants to write a new album or put down a new set to put out on the streets. But it's a magnificent dirigible. It's huge. Olympic swimming pool.
Ascended the skies like a host of angels is how I describe it, Chris.
Yeah, I think that's, if anything, not poetic enough.
Yeah. They should have sent a poet to quote that film.
Yes.
But they didn't. They sent two fucking idiots.
They've got all sorts here. They've got Olympic-sized swimming pool, got a recording studio, a fumidor for cigar smoking.
Yeah, walking.
Nice. Yeah, got some of that. It's got at the back, he's got a Ferris wheel, which is very scary because it goes right out over the edge.
Oh. And it's like one that's what do you call it? Yeah, goes to the side rather than down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You go out into the night sky.
Goes out to
thrill ride.
Here's a thrill ride, especially if you're with your special gal. She cuddles up close, like the lyrics of Thriller. That's what you have to do if you want to get yourself a lady, put her in a scary situation. When women fear for their lives, they become
take it on that nuts column.
Yeah,
the dating advice, Chris.
Yeah, dating advice. Well,
I used to write Danny Dyer's.
I used to write a lot of dating advice for the magazines in the 90s. Yeah, fair enough. A lot of people who took that advice have now been cancelled.
You know what referred to. I'm not even going to actually explain what he said because it's so fucking disgusting. The Danny Dyer column. Someone thought their girlfriend was having an affair, so he basically advocated domestic assault of a
knocking her about
nature.
Find out.
It was, but even worse. Yeah, it was very poorly conceived and executed. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, but he's a national treasure now.
Well, he is now, isn't he? Allegedly, because he's been on EastEnders. I mean, I will say when he was, I can't remember what chat show it was on, but when he was like having a go at David Cameron.
Yeah.
Where's it? Yeah, trotters up, and then there was his perfect beat, and it was perfectly timed, and he's like sweat.
Yeah.
I thought actually, I'll give you that. I actually like.
Where is he? He's down in East with his trotters up.
But it was, I mean, that was funny as well. But it was just when they put the camera, the twat. I think it was Richard Madian or something. I just remember the host just looking really embarrassed and just. But yeah,
I think it was
speaking for all of us on that occasion.
He was speaking for all of us. He's the mouthpiece of the British id.
Yeah, we all had a moment. So it was yeah.
So Neil, I don't know if you've noticed, but on my name badge here, I've slightly changed how I spell Chris, and I've got rid of the H and I've added a Z at the end because obviously the
Oxford confusing, isn't it?
Well, the Oxford Dictionary word of the year is Riz, which is TikTok speak for charisma. So I'm changing my name to Chris in a poorly thought through and vain attempt to try and get on the Jersey Shore. So I'm going to be Chris because of all my.
Does it even exist anymore? I've no idea.
I know. Like I said, I haven't thought it through. It might not exist anymore.
Is Riz a trendy word? You could be
Riz is, yeah.
You could be completely making that.
No, it is. It's short for charisma. Like, yeah, you've got Riz. Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. Oh, did you see that guy? He had Riz. Hey, you know that? So hey, have you heard that Urban Legends podcast? You know that Chris guy? He's got Riz. Yeah. And there's Neil as well. That's what they say.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that coming a mile off, but
no, you
good luck with that.
Well, just because I literally put jokes on a railway line and push it down a hill.
You like a version of the trolley problem, but it's
yeah,
with jokes, yeah.
So today, I believe we are looking at things or traditions that we think of as being related to Christmas, but may or may not have been, or if they have been, it might not have been for a very long time. Is that the catchy title of today's episode?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably catchier than whatever I said last week. It's basically, it's a theme, and we're looking at things, are they Christmassy or not? It's not necessarily a debunking this week. It's kind of like...
Well, is this just like a...
We're going to look at a couple of things that are traditionally associated with Christmas and ask ourselves, are they or are they not?
Oh, just a second. All rise.
Oh.
DJ Khaled's come in. Just so that, again, if you haven't listened, he's got an international courtroom as well on the boat. And he's going to be passing judgment on these as we go along. He won't be saying anything because at the end of the day, we can't afford him. But he's happy to pass a bit of paper. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Sorry, Neil. Carry on. Just thought I'd.
No, that's fine. We should definitely explain the premise to the listener.
I'd bulletproof the conceit.
Yeah. Just making it even more needlessly conceding. Conceding? I don't.
Conceding a lot.
Been a long day. I guess I concede nothing. Right. Where are we going to go first?
I don't know, Neil. Why are you asking us?
Let's start with Jingle Bells.
Jingle Bells. It's a song.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, a bit.
That's good, isn't
it? Was that? I have a feeling that was like a Christmas advert or something. When they didn't they have like a hip hop Santa or something?
Did they? What?
No, it was kind of like he was like a
West Side.
It was like a Santa I'd like to fuck.
That's all Santas for you. That's why you're not allowed in the mall.
No, he's gonna. They got some guy coming in, just like he was, doing his like cool guy thing. But I don't know.
The only hip hop Christmas.
It was for like Marks and Spencers or something like that. But they had like an older handsome gentleman, but he was doing his sexy Santa thing and a little bit of a dance. And they'd hip hopped up the music. I think it was Santa Baby, not Jingle Bells. Actually, thinking about it,
Santa Baby, come down the chimney with my Uzi.
I'm going to be coming down something. But anyway, let's.
I know because obviously, like the best Christmas advert.
I'm sure I didn't hallucinate.
I can't remember who did it. It might well have been Marks and Spencers, but the song was the Run DMC. Christmas in Wallace or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a hip hop Christmas song, and it's very good.
Is it John Lewis the one they always bang on about?
Yeah, probably. I mean, like, who are you saying they? Guardian reading Tofu?
Yeah.
Robo Karate?
Other than the tofu bit. Right. Anyway,
John Lewis, for those in different countries, is a very
department store in the UK.
It's and it's quite expensive.
Oh, but very equitable to their workers, so they'll share in the profits.
You say that, but I work for Waitrose, which is owned by John Lewis, and it was shit.
That's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, they are equitable to their workers. What a lot of people like doing is they will go into John Lewis because the people there are very knowledgeable because they care about their job, and you'll say, like what's the best wok? And they'll go, okay, well, how often do you use it? What are you going to do? And then they'll show you and go, okay, this one's good, and this is the reason why. And you go, okay, that's great. And then you fuck off home, go on the internet,
buy it then.
Yeah,
this is why Bezos has all the cash, Chris. Anyway,
I thought it was just because of his delightful laugh.
Oh yeah, well, 50-50 on that one. Right,
a man who said he doesn't understand music. Make of that what you will.
You surprise me. Creativity in general.
What is music, you man?
Why do these points on the audio spectrum make you a man?
This is a very confusing human. It's simply differentiations in the wavelength of the audio waves, and it seems to make you move.
I'm thinking of now of Jeff Bezos like the end of Terminator 2. It's like, now I know why you cry. Yeah. It's something I can never do. I don't know why you speak like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but anyway.
Does that laugh as he sinks into the molten?
I'm not going to try and do a Bezos accent. I have no idea what it'd be.
I imagine it's like this.
Yeah, probably.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I opened a bookstore and now I get to penetrate space.
Something like that. Yeah. We'll go with that. That sounds about right.
It sounded like a Rick and Morty character. I'm Jeff Bezos. I hope he hears that. Merry Christmas, cunt.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we all think.
This has been quite, do you know what? Bottles for the next 3 weeks.
I don't know whether it's because it's just like the sort of general zeitgeist in the world at the moment, and like everyone's having a bit of a sort of quiet Christmas,
and a bit of a chip on the shoulder.
Yeah. Like I've noticed that this mini-series has been quite chippy,
feisty, hasn't it? Yeah, chippy pair of work. You gonna do something fun and entertaining for us over Christmas? No, just got real fucking mood on
everyone.
Sorry.
Anyway, come on, let's get back to
let's ruin Jingle Bells for people, even though they probably know this fucking fact.
I don't know it.
Don't you? So
I don't know no facts about the bells.
Jingle Bells, you would assume it's a Christmas tune, yeah?
Yeah, well, it's called Jingle Bells.
Christmas Carol, isn't it? Yeah.
How much well, it's got a one-horse open sleigh.
It has got, well, in fact, I believe that was the original title, One Horse Open Sleigh. So it was, this is the History Channel. Has got a load of facts about it, but we'll move through. I'm going to pick through a few of those just so you can get some flavour of it while we go through. So it was written by J.P. Morgan's uncle.
Good, another great guy.
Yeah, 1822 songwriter James Lord Pierpoint composed the music and wrote the lyrics for the Holiday Standard.
James Lord Pierpoint, jingle bell, all the way.
Pierpoint wasn't much of a family man.
Good.
He was the son of a fiercely abolitionist Unitarian minister, the Reverend John Pierpoint. They get better and better, this family, don't they? From an early age, James Lord Pierpoint sought adventures far away from his family in Boston.
Good for him.
Yeah. Went to the Gold Rush and then Jingle Bells. Yeah. I can't be bothered reading all of this out, so we'll just read through a bit. He was a rebel in more ways than one. This is pretty much the John Pierpoint story by the sound of it. But
okay. John Pierpoint.
Oh, no, this is not so great. Rebel in more ways than one. While his father and brother took fiery stands against slavery,
he was well for it.
Pierpoint became a staunch supporter of the Confederacy.
So do you reckon he's just one of those people who like is just always like whatever their family does the opposite?
Yeah, he's just a contrarian.
Yeah, just got realist.
No, actually, I think it's great.
Yeah, we've all met him down the pub. Just,
if you knew the facts.
Actually, the sky isn't blue.
I have access to Wikipedia. So yeah, he wrote a lot of Confederate anthems, including "Strike for the South," "We Conquer or Die," and "Our Battle Flag." We conquer or die.
What? So Jingle Bells?
You're going to be doing some dying, lads. Turns out.
Later.
Have fun with that.
Was so Jingle Bells was a Confederate marching song?
I wasn't prepared for this, Chris. I'm going to down this rabbit hole.
I mean, they were.
I was just going to expose the fact that it's not actually traditionally a Christmas tune. It just takes place in winter. But
I mean,
I didn't realise it was written by a slave Confederate fucking fanboy. I wasn't expecting this at all.
I mean, they're full of surprises, the Confederacy, aren't they? They were a lot more camp than they make out these days. Oh, I do declare, jingle my bells.
Oh, come on! I've forgotten his name now. What's your lad who assassinated Lincoln?
Yeah, John Wilkes Booth.
John Wilkes Booth.
He was an actor, wasn't he?
My memory's got worse. Well, that's the thing is, he so guns him down, then jumps onto the stage and "Six and Patranes," running up.
Breaks both his legs.
Yeah, that's pretty theatrical, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. So there you go, Proud Boys, which is an incredibly camp name. So I mean, there's definitely a camp. Camp runs through white supremacy like through a stick of rock, doesn't it? High camp.
Yeah, there's something quite there's something there. Right. It wasn't Jingle Bells.
But we'll make a uniform. Here we go, boss. Oh, get her. I've got a lovely new Chanel tech. Oh, I tell you what, boys, you line up, take your shirts off, do some exercise, I'll film it and show them what a real man looks like. Come at us, right wing. Come at us.
So, sorry, I was just giving you...
What?
Just giving you room for doing another one.
I couldn't think of any more.
No.
My head. I'll probably pop in throughout the rest of the series with
Carriage will keep popping up when there's many to give them. Jingle Bells wasn't the song's original name, yet it was One Horse Open Sleigh.
Mm-hmm. Not One Horse Open Slave.
Well, I mean, that's what probably was in the One Horse. Yeah, it was.
So probably don't sing Jingle Bells anymore would be my takeaway from this.
We're cancelling Jingle Bells. I'm going to go to. And it was not intended to be a Christmas song. Here we go. This is what they're saying. And then we'll go on to the final one, which is, I didn't realise it was going to go down this route. So although Jingle Bells is now a Yuletide staple, there is no mention of Christmas or any holiday in the song. Some historical accounts report the tune was first performed for a Thanksgiving service at the church of his father or brother. But the lyrics may have been too risque for an ecclesiastical audience. Well, because he's with a single lady in a one-horse open sleigh, isn't he?
Oh, is he? Oh dear.
Devil's work's going on in that sleigh, Chris.
Ooh, just fanning myself now.
Even the songwriter's rebellious
you had the advantage
nature.
of me, sir.
I mean, I probably imagine he had some pretty interesting views on women. But anyway, let's not.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Probably a suffragette, wouldn't
he? Yeah. The less known verses of the song describe picking up girls, drag racing on snow, and a high-speed crash. I mean, that's a pretty, you're interpreting that pretty strongly. And the lyrics go it while you're young in the final verse of the second stanza.
Get it while you
silent night.
Get it while you can. Any hole's a goal. Crash your fucking sleigh. Then go have some booze.
And I'm not even going to read out the last part. I'll just do the title. The song may have been first performed in blackface.
Hey.
But of course.
Finally, dying art form.
Yeah, and it was the first song ever broadcast from space, so there you go.
What? What?
9 days before Christmas in 1965, two astronauts aboard Gemini 6 had just completed a rendezvous with Gemini 7 when the crew suddenly gave a troubling report to Mission Control. We have an object.
What are they talking about? Gemini 6 and Gemini 7? What? There's a mystery space program.
I don't know if this is supposed to be a joke, but because I think
they said they saw Santa. They saw Santa.
Looks like a satellite going from north to south up in a polar orbit. He's in a very low trajectory. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
You can see
Yeah. Little prank.
Number one.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Like, I would have thought they would have managed to weed out the pranksters from the old astronaut
Apparently
program.
not. A couple of jokers in the pack.
Oh dear.
The tense sound of the unidentified flying object was suddenly broken by the sound of jingle bells, with Wally Schirra playing a tiny harmonica accompanied by Tom Stafford shaking a handful of small sleigh bells they brought along for the space voyage.
Well, I mean, the thing
is...
It's
good to know every precious gram that was being used for space fuel sneaking up.
I was going to say, like, in those days, like a cost per gram would have been about...
That was an extra $500,000 on the space mission. Someone else didn't get to go into space because they had to play that gram.
No, they had to leave behind, like, 4 really important scientific experiments. What's all this Gemini's docking and stuff? Is this building International Space Station or something?
So they were saying aboard Gemini 6...
Because I don't know of like spacecrafts like.
I'll look it up. I don't know. I'm not as familiar with the
space.
I don't know the space, but you know, you've got Apollo, whatever.
Yeah. Creed.
And I can't remember what the Russian one's called. Yeah, Apollo Creed. Have you seen any of those new Creed movies? It's supposed to be very good. Michael.
Yeah.
What's his face? Wallace. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he must be sick of being referred to. Yeah, no, NASA have got a page on Gemini 6 as well. It's the 5th crewed Earth orbiting spacecraft of the Gemini series. They wanted to make Rendezvous in orbit. I think it was just to show that 2 spaceships could
make love.
Yeah,
make love in a vacuum.
Yeah, and it was Stafford and Schirra. Yeah, a couple of pranksters.
Yeah, tell them I hate them.
They both look like they're in their 60s, so I imagine they're in their early 20s in this picture. This isn't the 60s. So.
Well, no, they wouldn't have been because, like, to become an astronaut, you've got to be like a
test pilot and all that.
Yeah, you've got to be like an Air Force pilot and then a test pilot for years and years. So, like, I think your mid-30s would be the earliest.
Yeah, no, they're probably in their 40s or 50s, to be fair.
Well, thanks very much for it now being a historical record that the first song sung from space was a Confederate slavery anthem.
Yeah.
Cheers, lads.
There you go. I mean, presumably they didn't know. That's why you got to educate yourself.
You've got to have a little look up, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, Neil. So is it Christmas? Is it not? I'm getting a bit of paper here from His Honourable Sir, Mr. Kellyant. And he says guilty. It's not a Christmas song.
I think we've thoroughly debunked any notion.
You have debunked Christmas. Not only is it that, but it's also probably a song that should have been left in the past.
Yeah. And it was only written by somebody who wrote those other songs. It by itself, it doesn't have any of those connotations. But yeah, it's you know, you're going to have to quite heavily separate the art from the artist on that one.
With almost everyone now, isn't it?
But yeah, I mean, that's the problem, isn't it? It's like... So the other one, so I've got an article...
If people knew what we got off to pods...
Oh, you'd take much.
No.
I mean, the thing is, yeah, if you're going to talk rubbish for how many hours of this crap have we put together?
I don't think it's crap. I think it's inspirational.
Sorry, how many hours of this inspirational life coaching have we...
It's been a couple of hundred.
Yeah, it's got to be like a week's worth or something. So...
that's why the CIA were interested and funded the emission.
That ticks you off in all of that, I'd be surprised. I'd probably listen back and hate half of it, what comes out of my mouth. So it's from Forbes, yeah. So It's a Wonderful Life. Christmas movie.
Suicide film.
Mark Hughes, resident edgelord from Forbes, is here to say why it's
and ex-Welsh Man United striker, and ex-Wales manager, I think, wasn't he?
I believe he did manage Wales for a time, yeah.
Sparky. What does Sparky want?
Sparky,
does he want to mumble in Welsh like this?
He wants to tell us why
A Wonderful Life is not really a Christmas movie.
Really a Christmas movie. And in fact, he's going to posit what is a real Christmas movie? Die Hard.
Tell you what's a real Christmas movie. A Nightmare Before Christmas with Jack Skellington, or whatever he's called.
I've never seen it. Any good?
If you're a kid, I'm sure it's all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I like some Tim Burton stuff. I draw the line at those Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movies. Well, they've just made another one with Timothy Chalamet, haven't they? I don't know what.
Well, I think, the problem with him is he constantly feels the need to put his husband, Johnny Depp,
into this, yeah.
No matter how far he falls.
Well, it's all just a bit done, isn't it, now? It was fun a while back, but yeah, you kind of... Anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
you've got to find your De Niro.
So I quite like...
Not De Niro, what's his face? DiCaprio.
I quite like stylistic stuff, right? So like directors who have kind of a stylistic theme, because like Wes Anderson, yeah, he's got his own thing. But the thing is, I think that it can start to all seem a bit the same.
Yeah, you can become a bit of a parody of yourself. I mean, I really like a lot of Wes Anderson stuff. Yeah, and the thing is, it's not just it's very deliberately staged, and and the way it's all presented and everything else. But also a lot of it's well written, and I really like Grand Budapest Hotel. Actually,
do you?
Yeah, very well done.
Is that because you're a massive fan of Viktor Orban?
Yes. Good.
Me too.
No, it's just good.
And finally, someone's standing up for Russia.
Yeah, well, if only. That and obviously Royal Tenenbaums is great. But I'm generally you like Wes Anderson movies.
I think I've only seen The Life Aquatic.
If you haven't seen Royal Tenenbaums, I'd really recommend that. Actually, it's probably his best movie.
Okay.
It's the least kind of. I mean, Grand Budapest Hotel is very good, but it's out. Very obviously a Wes Anderson movie. Royal Tenenbaums, it's kind of like he's not quite disappeared into that whole thing as much. Also, did a very good version of Fantastic Mr. Fox. So that's more kind of stop motion animation. So
but Neil, what has that got to do with whether it's
absolutely
a wonderful life?
When we're talking about Christmas, as usual, I just suddenly started going on about films for a bit. Right, Mark Hughes, Sparky. Many years ago, I was among a few people to write articles declaring Die Hard to be the greatest Christmas movie of all time. My article on one.
Can I just say that before we start this, I don't think that this is a hot take.
What I think this Christmas movie and that It's a Wonderful Life, isn't it?
I think it's quite old news.
I didn't say they were going to be very difficult to debunk, Chris. I just said I was going to. I didn't say they were opinions that anyone held anymore or probably ever had in the past.
Well, to be fair, if you're going to former Wales and Man U legend Mark Hughes to write a film,
correct, isn't it?
A film opinion piece, then you're not necessarily going to get blistering insight.
Well,
So come on then, what does this Joker have to say for himself?
You should see his book on Fellini. It's masterful. Anyway, I'll chant through it quickly because we're not that much longer. Yada yada yada. Sparked a lot of backlash. But since the debate continues, and since many people are adamant that Die Hard cannot be a real Christmas movie, I decided to take a look at another beloved holiday classic to see if it can stand up to similar scrutiny. The result, I'm sorry to tell you, is a shocker. It's a Wonderful Life is not, in fact, a real Christmas movie.
Oh no. What will we do?
So let's have a look. So reaffirms his conclusion that Die Hard is the best Christmas movie ever made.
All right.
It's a Wonderful Life can't be a Christmas movie if we're going to take hard. So firstly, the majority of It's a Wonderful Life isn't even set during Christmas.
Right.
Most of the film has nothing to do with Christmas at all. I mean, it is a weird one for Christmas holidays, isn't it? So have you seen It's a Wonderful Life, Chris?
Nah.
I knew this was going to happen. So basically,
my mum's got it on DVD. She likes it.
It's worth a watch. It's one of those old classic movies. Frank Capra, I think, did a lot of good movies. Did the original The Thing, and I think His Girl Friday, a bunch of other good black and white films.
Is this the one? No, that's a different.
Possibly something like it. Oh, I can't remember. That might be.
What's the one which has got the guy's got a drinking problem and he sees the rabbit? That's a similar film, isn't it?
Oh, don't know.
Anyway, I'm sure the listeners are screaming at the radio right now.
Turn the pod off. Don't worry about it. There's only us two left.
We were the first in and we'll be the last out.
He goes down to the bridge on Christmas Eve and contemplates suicide.
And it says, what happened? Yeah, and then he sees like
an
the
angel
sliding
comes down
doors of what happens if he hadn't lived.
Yeah, if you didn't live in this town, this is what happened.
Yeah, and it's a bit worse. It was much better. It was much better.
Well, it was worse then because his house is going to get declaimed.
The angel. Yeah,
Clarence is the angel, and this is how he earns his wings. And the reason he wants to commit suicide is because they're going to foreclose on his house. The evil banker who lives up on the hill, and then in a moment at the end, the lovely Christmas bit, the whole town comes out and pays the banker's fees so that he gets off the hook, and the banker retires back to his mansion with another $8,000 in his pocket.
Another $8,000.
Yeah, that was what he owed, £8,000, or they were going to foreclose on his house if he didn't pay it back.
So just to say, it was a Jimmy Stewart film called Harvey, where he's an alcoholic and he sees an imaginary rabbit who's his mate called Harvey.
Ah, okay. Sounds a bit like the premise of that one where you guys singing an imaginary dog. It's that sitcom. I can't remember what it's called. I think you guys anyway, whatever. Yeah, because this is Jimmy Stewart as well, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought of it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, so he points out that, mainly he's pointing out here in this Forbes article, it's quite long, so we go through the whole thing, but there's not a lot of Christmas in this Christmas movie. Right. Musical score's not very Christmassy.
And that's all thrash.
It's about suicide. Banker wins in the end. Does that sound like a Christmas message to you, Chris?
Well, I mean, it depends on, if you want to harden yourself to what life's really like, really.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's not all tinsel and fairy lights, kids.
Yeah.
The likelihood is a bank is going to take your money and you're going to try and top yourself at some point in your life, like all the rest of us. So, think on. Better
if you've been all right, maybe the town will help you out. If you haven't, you're going to end up in the pond. Clarence ain't going to earn his wings. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes. Somebody gets story as old as time.
So, scores. No, we're not doing that.
Right, so the premise is
through the rest of it, but yeah, I mean, basically,
so the premise is that Die Hard is a Christmas movie and It's a Wonderful Life isn't.
Let's see why he thinks Christmas Die Hard is such a good Christmas movie. I'll see if he goes through that much.
It's got Christmas soundtrack.
Yeah, so It's a Wonderful Life has attempted suicide, financial fraud, inequality, and a man refusing to give a woman back her clothes after she loses in the public, child death, an adult beating a child as his ear bleeds, war deaths, the reinforcement of the notion the poor and working class should accept their lot in life. Yada yada, banking systems corrupt. Yeah, I mean, but there you go, it's Frank Capra. What does he say about Die Hard? This Die Hard cannot be a real Christmas movie, despite the fact that he's got a soundtrack full of Christmas songs, Christmas-related musical cues.
He says, ho, 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 motherfucker, now I've got a machine gun.
He's a villain who is similar to the Grinch. I think he's slightly pushing it there. I don't think Alan Rickman was channeling the Grinch.
Yes, he was. He said so afterwards.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to see an Alan Rickman version of the Grinch.
But the reason why that was his first role in Hollywood, and the reason why he got it was that the casting director saw him playing the Grinch at the Albany.
Oh, there you go. In Panther, yeah. Well, there you go. That's me corrected.
I don't like to do it, Neil, but sometimes you just
got to be done.
You just veer off a little. The gaps in your knowledge are quite astounding sometimes.
So, regular guy facing insurmountable odds. Here's one actually I'll give him that I haven't thought through. His wife's called Holly. Coincidence? Right. You decide, listener.
Yeah, his son's called Noel.
There's a Christmas party sequence, in which some guy gets shot in the face, but never mind.
Well, it's a standard Christmas party down the East End.
There's a scene where the guy walks on broken glass with bare feet. That's quite Christmas, isn't it? All the red Christmas coming out, yeah.
Christmas is red. Yeah, lovely.
Like the blood of Santa. In fact, we can begin a whole new era of reassessing and rejecting Christmas cinema now, yada, yada, yada. Oh, I don't know, I haven't put together a terribly compelling argument. I mean, read it yourselves, listeners, if you...
So what's happened? So here we go, we've got a bit of paper. And His Right Honourable Lords Judge Khaled has not guiltied this. He doesn't agree with the man's premise that Die Hard is a Christmas film and It's a Wonderful Life isn't. Doesn't give us any more of that, whether he thinks one is
or one isn't. Yeah,
no, just doesn't agree with him.
Just didn't agree with the premise.
Agree, and he's left. So If you've got, yeah.
I think Christmas movies can be a fairly broad church. I don't really mind. It's kind of.
Do you know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with watching Trains, Planes and Automobiles at Christmas, because to us it feels like Christmas because we don't have Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
What else is Christmas? Isn't Home Alone Christmas?
I think Home Alone's Christmas. Gremlins is a Christmas movie. That's
Big? Is that a Christmas movie?
Might as well. Not really. I think it's during the summer, but
Ghostbusters
could be. Yeah,
that Christmas movie. Yeah, Terminator
2, possibly. Yeah, Terminator. That's a Christmas movie.
Christmas movie. Crash. That's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, Crash.
Showgirls. Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Itchy the Clown. That's a Christmas movie.
I think you're going to say Itchy the Killer or whatever it's called.
That's right. Yeah, Itchy the Killer.
Yeah, that's a
Christmas movie. Yeah, the Ringu. Christmas movie.
That's a Christmas movie. A Serbian film. That's a Christmas movie.
I've never
seen it. Apparently, it's awful. But yeah.
Oh really? I thought you just meant any film from Serbia.
No, there's a specific
produce
one
Christmas
which
movies.
apparently there's a load of horrific stuff in it. I don't even know the
In Bruges, that's a Christmas movie.
Well, yeah, actually, I think that is a Christmas movie.
I know, that's what I said. They're all Christmas movies. I'm not just making it up, Neil. Fucking hell. The Long Kiss Goodbye, that's a Christmas movie.
What was that? What was that movie? In fact, what was that franchise?
Coming to America, that's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, where they coupled together 3 people, mouth to anus. What was it called?
Human Centipede.
Yeah, Human Centipede.
You know
3.
that.
That's
We've
a Christmas
done it.
movie.
We've done it. Why are you being coy? We've done it up here on the blimp yesterday.
I've forgotten the title. I do remember. Is it
Trading
Tom
Places, that's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Bruce's Millions.
Bruce's Millions, that is a Christmas movie.
Any Which Way But Loose, that's a Christmas movie. Over the Top, that's a Christmas movie.
Every movie is a Christmas movie.
Every movie is a Christmas movie if you've got Christmas in your heart.
If in your heart, yeah.
We don't. And with that, we will leave you to go and watch some Christmas movies. And we'll be back tomorrow. Goodbye.
Enjoy yourselves. Goodbye.
Driving away from my home this Christmas. A man down the pub said he could get me a job in the merchant navy. Yeah. Guess driving away from my home this Christmas. I've had all the supermarket loyalty points transferred to your name. That's right.